Hey, Julia.
Oh, hello.
Do you mind if I ask you a quick 50 questions?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
let's
let's
take a
go.
walk.
Okay, sweet. Let's go.
Why'd you choose Colby?
So I'm actually from Maine. I'm from Falmouth, Maine, which is next to Portland, and I came and toured the fall of my senior year and really fell in love with the campus and the environment and the people. Yeah.
What's your favorite study spot on campus?
I'm a big reading room fan. Very quiet, but a huge fan.
What's your favorite dining hall at Colby?
Foss, 100%.
Oh,
Foss.
Where we are now.
Oh yeah, home sweet home. I eat there every day.
What's your favorite song?
Favorite song? That's a tough one. I had to think a lot about this one. I'm personally a really big fan of the Big Little Lies soundtrack. That's been on my mind a lot lately, so I'm just gonna say that whole soundtrack.
What's your favorite lyric from that soundtrack?
Oh my gosh. That's a tough one. Can I pass?
Sure. So you already answered where you're from, Falmouth, Maine.
Yeah.
Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have a little brother. His name's Jack. He's a senior in high school. He's going. You okay?
Yeah, I was just a little pothole there. We're
Watch
good.
out for them. Yeah, he's a senior, and he's going to Wesleyan next year. Super proud of him. Yeah.
If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Okay, I think about this question like all the time, actually. So I would choose to like shapeshift into any animal I wanted to, because that way I could get to places really efficiently. I could fly, I could swim. Yeah, it's kind of a cheating answer, but that's what I would do.
What's your major?
I'm a global studies and Spanish double major, and
What?
I also have an anthropology minor.
Why'd you choose that?
I really liked everything that the global studies department had to offer. It kind of encompassed all of my different interests, like economics and anthro and history, international relations, and then speaking Spanish has been kind of a part of my life, and so I wanted to dive into that more and yeah, learn more Spanish and study abroad in a Spanish-speaking country. Yeah.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Favorite part of going to school in Maine?
Favorite part of going to school in Maine? Honestly, I am not a big fan of summer. I'm a huge like fall, winter person, so I'd have to say like the weather. Yeah.
Funniest thing that's happened while giving a tour, since you are a tour guide here.
Oh my gosh. I'm super clumsy, so I've fallen up a lot of stairs, just like on like frat row. I like will walk up the stairs and just trip up them while walking forward on them when I turn around, which isn't a great look, but yeah, that's happened unfortunately more times than I would like to say.
Best gift you've ever received?
Best gift I've ever received. Oh man. My senior year of high school, I was the editor of our school newspaper, and I put like all my time and effort into it, and it was something that meant a lot to me, and I passed off like the editorship to one of my friends, Emma, and as a graduation gift, Emma like framed the first copy that I had ever, or the first article, first edition, there we go, of our school newspaper that I had ever been the editor of.
That's awesome.
And so that was really, really cool. It's still in my room now. Yeah.
First semester or second semester?
First, for sure.
Favorite sport?
Okay, so to play volleyball. I played briefly in high school, and just really like the sport. But to watch, I love on TV. I love watching golf. Weird answer, I know. But I kind of like grew up watching golf with my dad on the weekends, and yeah, like for the Masters, like a few weeks ago, I had my own pool. Like I was ready to, I was ready to go.
What would be the title of your autobiography?
Oh my gosh. Title of my autobiography. I don't know. Can I pass that one? Okay.
That's okay. What is your favorite Colby memory?
Favorite Colby memory? So you'll get to experience this next year. But Camp Colby, which is like a 2-week period before all the first years come onto campus, and where should we? Okay, it's a 2-week period before all the first years come onto campus, and all the CAs and all the cool leaders are here, and it is an awesome time on campus. It's so much fun, and you get to meet so many incredible people, but it's also time to learn so much about yourself. So my sophomore year, I learned a lot about myself as like a leader and what that was like. So that was a really incredible experience. But yeah, it's super fun. It's awesome.
What's one thing people wouldn't know about you?
One thing people wouldn't know about me? I think I like to share that golf one, that I really like golf. I think that's a really weird thing. A weird thing about me, yeah.
Favorite food from the spa?
Favorite food from the spa? I'm a huge fan of bagels. I actually just read a history paper about the history of bagels. And yeah, I love going to the spa in the morning, getting a bagel, and so much so that I send out like a Snapchat every morning to everyone who I have streaks with, and I say, another day, another bagel, because I truly eat bagels all the time. So definitely bagel, yeah.
What's the best part about being a community advisor at Colby?
The best part about being a CA is knowing the impact that you have on your residents, and knowing that they can come to you for support and that they want you to be there for them, and it's incredibly rewarding, super humbling job to have, and yeah, I've loved it. Yeah.
Favorite memory from being a CA?
Probably, so last year I had a really awesome group of first year students in West 3rd floor, and I remember when the applications for CAs came out, and I had a bunch of different residents come up to me and tell me, they're like, hey Julia, like, I'm applying to be a CA because of you. Like, you really inspired me to do this, and that felt really, really good to know that I had made a difference in their lives, and that they wanted to have the role that I had because I had inspired them to do something like that. So yeah.
If you could live anywhere, where would you live?
I would live, I went to Lisbon, Portugal this fall, and probably Lisbon, I was only there for a few days, but I really fell in love with everything that the city had to offer. I guess I'd have to learn Portuguese, but just like a beautiful, beautiful place right on the water, which is where I always want to be, on the water, wherever I live. So yeah, kind of random, but yeah.
Favorite class you've taken at Colby?
Favorite class I've taken at Colby? For my Jan plan this year, I took a really cool class called Representing the Other, and it was basically like the anthropology of photography, essentially. So looking at how anthropologists like depict their subjects in paintings or in pictures, and looking at that, and I found that it's so relevant to all my courses that I've taken this semester. And in that course, you're able to go to the Bowdoin Museum of Art, Colby Museum of Art, and take a look at a lot of different ways that photography is that photography is represented around the world. It was really cool. Yeah.
Favorite restaurant in Waterville?
Favorite restaurant? So, huge Proper Pig fan. Put like a fried egg on anything and I'll eat it. But also I love Sailor Tea, especially on the weekends, going there, hanging out with friends, doing homework. Always a nice option.
Who is your inspiration?
My inspiration? Probably my dad. Sorry Mom, but like my dad is one of the strongest people I've ever met in my entire life. He's a cancer survivor, and I was young when it all happened. I was in middle school, but just seeing everything that he went through and seeing him come out after all of it, and seeing how much he grew and how much our family grew and the support that we got from people, it's incredibly inspiring, and I think about it like every day. Yeah.
Favorite time of year?
Fall, for sure, especially in New England, or like Maine fall. Beautiful, can't be beat.
Favorite Colby sponsored event?
Favorite Colby sponsored event? Like during the year, like a specific event? Or,
yeah.
So last night on campus, I might pronounce her name incorrectly, which is super embarrassing. But Tarana Burke came, who is the founder of the Me Too movement. And she spoke in Page Commons last night, and it was completely full, and she was an incredibly motivating speaker, incredibly empowering, and it was super incredible to hear about what she had to say about the Me Too movement and what it meant to her, and how it's kind of shaping the way that we talk about sexual violence, sexual assault in the United States. And for me, it was incredibly empowering and just like a really beautiful talk to hear, and I feel super lucky that Colby was even able to have her on our campus for people to hear.
Favorite TV show?
Probably It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Good choice.
I love that show. I've seen it like the whole thing like 3 or 4 times, but I also just pick episodes to watch when I'm feeling sad. I have like a list of go-to episodes. I have like the Dayman song like memorized. Great show.
What's your favorite part of your daily routine?
Favorite part of my daily routine? A day is not complete unless I go to Foss and have lunch with my friends. I usually try to allot myself like 45 minutes to an hour, but it usually ends up being much longer. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, going to Foss and usually doing the New York Times crossword puzzle with a group of friends. It's always a nice collaborative effort. The Thursdays and Fridays are a little bit harder, but we can usually complete the Monday through Wednesdays, yeah.
What did you do for your coot?
Coot, I was on Acadia A. It was a base camp trip. I loved Coot so much. I actually met 2 of my best friends at Colby on Coot. And so it was an incredibly defining moment for me. Whoops. At Colby to have this Coot experience, and yeah, it was awesome. I loved it.
Define yourself in 3 words.
Optimistic, number 1. I guess I would describe myself as confident. I don't know if I love that, but oh man. And 3, perhaps like musical, I guess. Yeah.
Do you have any plans for this summer?
Yeah, I do. Oh, is there? I did a good job. Yeah, I'll actually be on campus this summer. I'm going to be doing research associated with the anthropology department here, and I'm also going to be a CA on campus this summer.
Favorite professor here?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Favorite? Oh my word. Oh, hello. My favorite professor at Colby? Tough one. Should we go this way?
Yeah.
Favorite professor? I'm taking a bunch of classes with Professor Tate in the anthropology department, and I'm also going to be kind of working with her this summer. And so in addition to being a professor, she's become a good friend of mine too.
What's your favorite food?
Favorite food? Honestly, probably bagels, next to like donuts, maybe.
Favorite Disney character?
Favorite Disney character? Probably Belle. Probably Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Because when I was little, I used to dress up as her all the time. I had like the yellow gown that she wore, and I used to like sing around the house in that gown. Yeah.
Number 1 item on your bucket list?
Number 1 item on my bucket list. I want to learn how to speak as many languages as possible. In addition to being a Spanish major, I want to take French next year as well. Oh man.
What's a misconception people have about you?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I think a lot of people, when they meet me or get to know me, they just know me as like this like very like smiley, like kind of like loud person, I guess. But I think once you get to know me, you know, obviously a more serious side, and you know, things aren't always rainbows and butterflies. I don't know. That's a hard question.
Favorite movie?
Probably The Dark Knight. I love that movie. I think Heath Ledger's performance is like one of the best things that's ever happened.
One person dead or alive, who would you have dinner with?
I would have It's a tough one. I'd probably have dinner with, like, no one specific, but probably like a relative of mine who had passed away or who had like immigrated to the United States, just to hear about their experience, and to see like the life that I live in comparison to the life that they lived, and perhaps the difficulties they faced in coming over to the US. Yeah.
Favorite book?
Favorite book? Well, To Kill a Mockingbird is always like usually my go-to answer. But a few years ago I read this awesome sci-fi novel called Station 11 about this kind of like dystopian world in which this girl, you like follow her journey along this world where like this like flu has killed like 99% of the population. And yeah, really incredible book if anyone's into sci-fi dystopian kind of worlds. Hello.
Can you tell me a little bit about your singing and songwriting?
Yeah, so I've been singing since I was little, and it's been a huge part of my life. My dad's a musician, my mom sings, my brother plays drums, so we're a super musical family. So yeah, I just grew up around music, listening to all sorts of stuff from a really, really early age, and so I guess that kind of translated over into my daily activities. So I sang a cappella on campus, and I sing for the jazz band, and I sing in a jazz combo as well. But I also kind of like write my own songs with like guitar, piano, things of that nature. But yeah, it's probably like the most important thing to me in life is music.
Favorite part about Colby?
The people, definitely. I've met some of the most incredible, selfless, genuine people here at Colby who have been so incredible. They've been an awesome support system to have, and I feel really lucky to meet the people that I've met here. Yeah.
I got one more question for you.
Should we just That's okay. Go, Julia.
If you could go back in time and tell your freshman self one thing, what would it be?
I would tell my freshman self that that you don't have to spend time with people who make you unhappy, that you should focus on the people who are dedicated to you and the people who want to be your friends. You should spend time with people who make you happy and make you feel loved and cared for, because that's what I've done now, and I hang out with the most awesome group of people who support me and care for me and love me. So yeah, definitely would have told myself that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Julia. That's all I have.
Thank you. See ya.